Hi friends, Robert here for Diverse Opals. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We've had a bit of a break, but we're back with enthusiasm, and we've got a bit of a story to tell here. You might think, what on earth am I looking at? But I hope you'll bear with me. About 15 years ago, I had a visit from my miner supplier from Andamooka. And he showed me his wares. He brought me a number of different things to show, and amongst it was this piece, and I'm trying to recreate the situation, and it's not a very good situation, and I'll explain why in a second. But what it consisted of was this is all I could see. It was like a duck egg, I guess you could say, and across the top was this line of colour, and the miner said to me, I want X amount of dollars for it. And he said, I'm calling it a specimen. If you do anything better out of it, good luck to you. Well, we agreed upon the price. I bought it, and later that day, in my enthusiasm, I wanted to start digging this away. And it was something that was, as I said, it was presented as a specimen. It was like a white clay. It wasn't terribly hard. It was fairly soft, and I set about grinding away the outside of the clay, and to my surprise, beneath the surface of this came about this particular piece. Now, it was quite a reveal for me. It was a very, very pleasant experience to find this in there. I've pretty well cleaned it up, and I wanted to see what was underneath, and so for these last 15 years I've been taking this out from time to time and thinking, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to carve it? Am I going to cut it into cabs? What will I do? Today we are going to do something with this. Yeah, you'll have to excuse the excessive noise. It's raining here today, and our roof is iron, so there is some background noise. So I hope you can bear with us during this process. It's always good to see what the wastage will be when it comes to cutting and polishing certain stones. So we're going to have a look, and we've got here 46.3 carats. So this will be our starting point for the stone. And we'll have a look at the end and see what our returns are of the actual finished item. As this is an unusual shape, and we would like to try and achieve or recover as much of this material as we possibly can, we're going to polish this side and this side to start with, and we'll then make some decisions about whether or not we cut it through the middle, which is a consideration we've made. We also have a potch bar that runs through here, which I think we'll probably cut that off. We will salvage this bar on the top here, which may produce, we can see the bar through here, which may produce some nice stones in themselves. So well, we've been busy removing as much of the dirt as we could from the surface. I've left some small amounts in there which I'm confident will come out during the sanding and polishing stages. I've also been to the saw. I made mention of the fact that there was a potch bar running through here, and I've actually made the cut on the potch bar, and I've just ground away the excess. The potch bar was thicker than the thickness of the blade, so I had to do some tidying up. So we've taken this part off. We'll have a look at this as well as potential returns as material. We can see now that this is a lot cleaner now. This will be in fact our finished side. We can see that it's got some very beautiful crystal in it. The back is equally as beautiful. There's a bit more dirt in here, but what we've intended to do is to leave the dirt in, and this will be our face, which we'll polish up, and the back here we'll just give it a light sand, reminding people that I am, when I'm working with these processes dry, I am in fact using a mask, and of course for any of you who intend doing the same, highly recommend using a mask, a good quality mask, because you don't want these particles of silica to find their way into your lungs. We're finished with our fine sintered diamond burr. Today I'm going to be using a flat disc method. I think there is enough area on here for me to be able to get into with these items. In one of actually a couple of our recent videos, I've been talking about using this type of method here, which is the leather method. It's a leather backing, a silicon carbide paper on a mandrel, which I find really good for just ironing out the surface of a stone. And more recently I introduced this type of system, which is a diamond disc. It is a fair size area. I'm going to use the diamond disc, it's a small one this time, just to get into all the areas and iron them out, and then we'll move on to our paper as well. I finished with the diamond disc, the small diamond disc. I'm going to try with the 3/4 inch or 19mm silicon carbide 180 on this, and we'll see how we go. If we get enough results. When we're working, you look for reflection on the surface of the stone in the light. You'll be able to see whether or not there is divots or grooves that need to be taken out. Just look for that reflection and make sure that you take them all out before moving on to your next stage of abrasive, whether it be paper or rubberized abrasive or diamond. That's important. You want a nice smooth surface. Just as a thought, I finished with the 180, but just wanted to point out to you that if you're not careful enough when you're working with this type of method, you can get it caught on the edge of stones. So just be careful. Work in such a way that you don't catch this on the edge, because it will rip or tear. And speed may play a part in this as well, so maybe if it's too fast it might be a factor in it ripping as well. We finished with our 1200 sandpaper, and I'm quite happy with the way the surface looks. So what I'm just going to do now is to finish off with 50,000 diamond paste and well, we call it a calico mop. I've been calling it a rag mop, but I just want to be able to get into all of the surface, and I find that this is a little bit faster. I've just been experimenting with these. I normally do it with felt, but I've been having success with this, so I will continue on with that method today. So we'll put some 50,000 on here, and I'll be using a low speed. There will be a little bit of throw off from this, which is only to be expected, and that's why I'm using low speed. But when we're polishing with diamond, we don't need high speed, so this is the final stage. Well, we're back from the workshop, and at least we have something to show you. Although this has been sitting in the drawer for a good 15-year period, we've finished a couple of sides. Still making a decision about how the back will be finished off. It may very well be that we take something off the back, but the surface that you're looking at is the side that we've decided has the best colour and the best pattern. It's taken a nice polish, and this is a very good example of the sort of brightness and pattern and colour that you could expect from Andamooka. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what we've done in this process. Please continue to watch our videos and give us your opinions and give us your comments and your thoughts. It is appreciated, and we will reply to your comments as well. So thank you for watching. I'm Robert for Diverse Opals.